Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing today? Get in the comments, get in the chat. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. It is so good to be on here and talk with you guys and see where y'all at. Okay. Are you securing the generation's future, the next generation future? What we doing? All right. So I've been thinking about some things. I've been talking to some people. I myself have started securing my family's future, my children's children, because you know what the Bible says, Proverbs 13:22, right? A good man, a good woman, a good person leave an inheritance for their children's children. So I know we like to practice a lot of things that the Bible says, but are you practicing that scripture? But a good man leave an inheritance for their children's children. Is that what you're doing? Is that what I'm here? I'm here to let you know that I don't know if y'all been doing that, but I'm here to let you know that that is important and that is biblical. And we can't be practicing every other thing that the Bible talks about, but not doing that one, securing the future for our next generation to come. Okay, so I am Tavina. I'm an insurance agent with Stevenson and Dorch LLC, and right now I want to talk to you all about securing your child's future. So, how many of you all have an insurance policy? How many of you all got something where if something happened to you today or tomorrow, your kid is straight? Okay, ain't nobody got to be asking nobody to take care and figuring out how they gonna take care of your kids. Nobody got to be calling around and seeing how they going to, put you to rest. And I know that we don't want to talk about this, okay? Let's set that. I know we don't want to talk about this. I know we don't want to think about this. But the fact of the matter is, excuse me, I'll be talking too fast. Death is a part of life. So whether we realize it or not, I pray we all live to 200 years old, okay? I pray we all live to 150 years old. But the fact of the matter is, some of us might leave out of here before 150. Some of us might leave out of here when our children are young. Some of us might leave out of here when our children are, older and trying to figure out life. And what better place it would be to have your children in a position where they don't have to worry about anything when mommy gone, when they don't have to worry about anything when daddy gone, when they don't have to worry about anything when grandma and grandpa gone, or aunties and uncles. And this thing is not just about a parent should leave something for their child. Like anybody can leave something for anybody. And that's what we need to be talking about and focusing on today. We need to be talking about how are we setting up the future for our children. I've heard a lot of stories and I've talked to a lot of people. This one young girl, this one girl, she passed away. Children, she had about, I think she had about five children. She had 4 or 5 children, and um grandma wasn't really in a position to really provide for the children the way mama was. See, mama was out here in the mud, okay? Mama was out here getting it. And grandma, yeah, she was out there getting it when she was in her younger days, but now you get a little older now, so buying the kids the latest pair of gym shoes and all what mommy was doing, grandma not doing that. And grandma actually saying, hey y'all, I need help with providing for these kids. And I don't think nobody should be in that position. I don't think nobody should be in that predicament. So I encourage you all, make sure you sit down with your family. Make sure you're coming up with a plan of what you're gonna do for this next generation. This next generation shouldn't be have to figure out how they gonna eat and how they gonna get clothes and how they gonna get to school and stuff like that. Because a mama should have been on that. Mama should be on that right now. Okay. I encourage y'all all to go and sit down with your family. Get a life insurance policy. Okay. And life insurance policy ain't just about if somebody passed. There's a cash value policy that in the event that you need something now while you're alive, get your insurance policy. Get you something. You got a cash value. There's some people right now got a cash value policy. They got I think 500,000 in a cash value policy, and he can pull out. It's a guy. Uh he can pull out a nice penny. And I'm gonna say that much. He can pull out a nice penny because I don't want to give numbers and then things change. So he can pull out a nice penny. So it's not just about you dying. These are living benefits as well. A life insurance policy is living benefits as well. I want you to take that into account. Also, There's health benefits. Do you know that there's a health benefit, that if a health insurance policy where if something happened to you and you have that insurance policy, you have a even a life insurance policy. Let's talk about a life insurance policy. A life insurance policy. If I get into an accident, God forbid, but if I get into an accident and I can't walk, something happens to my legs, something happens to my eyes and things like that. Do you know that I can take down a nice portion of my insurance policy? I know a lady right now, I know of a lady right now who had a brain aneurysm and she can't do anything of her own no more. But if she had a life insurance policy in play, she can pull down. And I actually heard of a testimony. This woman pulled down $350,000 because she was in an accident and injured herself. But this woman with this brain aneurysm, they have GoFundMe's, and nothing against GoFundMe's, okay? Do it how you need to, you do it. But there also should be, there could be a insurance policy in the event you do want to have a GoFundMe, because them funds run out or whatever like that. But there are some people that have things in place that they're that if anything happened to them, they don't just have to do GoFundMe's. They don't have to just figure it out and be going to the what get it how they ever they get it. No, they have things in place. Okay, they have things in place to secure their future. Hey, Miss Susie. Hey there, girl. Hey, Miss Foundation for Advancement. Hey, Juanika. How you doing? Securing our children's future should be a top priority. Absolutely. Setting up private reserve accounts for children other family members is a huge game changer. That's right. And I was going to get into that too. It is so important that when you set these things up, there's a lot of things that can be like, if you doing in a will, putting you need to actually get a trust. Get a trust in place. Get a private reserve account in place to secure your family's future. Let me tell you something. I've been reading this book for I read this book about 2 years ago. I'm about to start reading again. What would the Rockefellers do? That's what they did. They had a life insurance policy, and they name to this day because of how they was living all the way back when. Okay, they children's children. They got past 5, 10 generations of money and wealth because they got a life insurance policy. Not only did they get a life insurance policy, they put it in a trust. They put it in a private reserve account. Not only did they do that, everybody in their family had a life insurance policy. Everybody that's born into their generation, into their bloodline, every baby is covered with a life insurance policy. And if there's anything happen, there's a death benefit. There's millions of dollars going into that account. And not only that, they are borrowing off of that money. So when we thinking all these people that put all this money down, they got no, they borrowed off that insurance policy. We need to implement that as well. We need to start getting um, a, a trust, private reserve accounts. We need to start getting life insurance policy for everybody. I told my family, I want everybody, my sisters, my parents, my children, everybody, get a life insurance policy on me. I'm not going to be here forever. And I would like it for even my nieces to be taken care of if something happened to me. I want everybody to be straight. And not just that, but we also need to talk to our families about when that happens, when we pass the death benefit payout, what are we doing with that money? Are we investing that money? What are we doing? Are we just getting that money and buying houses and cars? Are we buying it? Are we investing in real estate? What are we doing with the money that we're getting? So that's another thing that you can, when you set up that trust, you can set that up as well. How would this money be spent? This money is not spent. You don't get $100,000 to buy you a house to live in. No, you buy you some rental property, and then whatever you get out that rental property, then you can go buy your house. Or this is, college funds or whatever have you. But make sure you have these things set up. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leave an inheritance for his children's children. And I want to encourage you all, do not sit around and let the next generation have to dig it out the mud, have to struggle, have to figure it out. Let the next generation be set on, my parents left me with something. I know two people, two young ladies right now, they're living in a house that they grandmother bought. Their grandmother paid for. And now, not just the children of their grandmother, but the children of their grandmother and the children's children, their great grandchildren is now living in that house and reaping that inheritance and reaping that benefits. Life insurance should not be optional. Thank you so much for that. Life insurance, it shouldn't be optional. We know that this is a part of life. We know that this is going to happen. Okay. And let's say, even if you live for 100 years, 1,000 years, make sure, not 1,000, but you know what I mean. Make sure that when you do, all right, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready to go. It's been a lot. It's been real. All right. God is calling me home. That when you go home to be with the Lord, that you done left your family with a nice amount. Now, I'm not saying how much to get. That's on you. If you want to get 100,000, if you want to get a million, if you want to get 700,000, I've been quoted. Even I've been hearing of people being quoted 700,000 for $70 a month. That's not bad. What you spend $70 a month on subscriptions for Hulu, Netflix, Stars, Paramount, all them different places. Spend $70 a month on restaurant food. Spend $7 a month. So why not invest that into your family? And I know you're not gonna see and the benefit right now, but just imagine how your name will go on from generations to generations, as known as the family that's built successful generational wealth. Everybody is building businesses. Everybody is getting successful. I believe that. I believe that a lot of people are getting money. But what's happening to that next generation? Did you leave your job for them to run that job, that same job? Then how you gonna do it? Do they have the passion to run the business the way you run it? They might not. They might do. But if you have a life insurance policy and you say, hey, this is for your business. This is for you to get some rent. Let me tell you something. America is for sale and it's been for sale. The world is for sale. Get some property. Somebody got to live somewhere. Okay, somebody got to live somewhere. And if that ain't your thing, that's people getting in trucking business, whatever it is. Set up something for your family so they won't have to be figuring out what to do for the next generation. They won't have to be figuring out how to put you to how to lay you to rest. They won't have to be doing GoFundMe's for that. That you are setting up, even if it's $25 a month. Hey, I want a life insurance policy. I only can do $25 a month. What we doing? Okay, what we doing? I need this. If it's $50,000, that's something. Okay, it's something. $100,000 is something. Don't have to be a million. It don't have to be 200 million. But if you want to do that, go right ahead. There's people that have $500 million life insurance pot. They got it. And there's some people that don't, and that's fine. Work with what you got. And then that child, that next generation. Remember David, whatever the David was supposed to build a temple or something like that, and but the next generation built it. Solomon wound up building it. Whatever you didn't get and what they didn't do, the next generation able to build up off that. So you left a $50,000 life insurance policy. Your children might leave $1 million life insurance policy, 100,000 life insurance policy. So I encourage you all to do something, do your due diligence. Go talk to your family. If something happened, where do they go? Where's the paperwork for the insurance policy? I've heard of that. It's been crazy chaos where the family done left a life insurance policy. They can't find nothing. They don't know what a life insurance policy at. They don't know who they are. They don't know nothing. Make sure you go over your information with your children. Make sure you're setting up and securing. You're setting up a foundation for generational wealth and securing the next generation future with that. I also agree that anything can happen in life, and knowing you will be well off after someone's passing makes the grief process a bit easier without extra stress. Absolutely. Ain't nothing like you done left up out of here and now I got to figure out how I'm going to come up with $10,000 to bury you and I didn't pay my rent last month. Come on. Yes, it takes that extra stress off. And like I said, it don't have to be $100 a month. It don't have to be $70 a month. It don't have to be, it could be $25 a month. Just make sure that you take the proper steps of doing something. That's my neighbor Herb back there. Make sure you take the proper steps of doing something and setting up something for your family and the next generation. It is important. And it is time for us not to just build businesses, but to also build something substantial and build generational wealth. So this thing can be going from generation to generation, not just you. Yeah, you successful. Yeah, you get in the bag. Yeah, you got the money. But what about your children? What about when they don't want to do that business no more? What about when they want to start something different? What about when they want to go to school and they want to go to school debt free? All right, y'all. I love y'all with the love of Christ. I want y'all to mind y'all kingdom business about getting this life insurance policy. If you are looking for an agent, we have several agents you can reach out to. Go to sdorch.com and go to the bottom of the page and fill out the form, and we will be in touch with you. We're going to send you a Google form. Um, detailing what you're looking for. There's term life policies, and that's where you can get an insurance policy for 15, 30 years. There are whole life policies, and you get a policy for the rest of your life. There's cash flow value policies, IULs, where you're able to actually have this is like it's like a bank account over here. Okay, where I'm putting in 10,000 a year. I'm getting a compound interest off that, and I'm able to borrow off that money, or I'm able to take that money down. And where you have a $500,000 life insurance policy, they just take it out. They take the money. They get the money back at the end of the at the death benefit. So instead of you getting a $500,000 back, you took out 100,000. You get your family get $400,000 back. So it's so many different things about insurance out here that we need to be. She said, "What's up, Herb?" There's so many things out here that you need to be aware of with life insurance policy. They're group life insurance policy. So if a group of you want to come together, and it's about 20 of y'all, 15 of y'all, family members, everybody want to come together and do a group policy, you can do that as well. But make sure you do your due diligence. I don't have enough time to go into group policies and what all that entails, but do your due diligence on that. And I'm telling you, it is a benefit. And I've not really seen it in my family too much. I did hear about no, he won. No. So I haven't heard about that too much, but I do have a great grandfather, and he had got some money somehow, and I hear that he had bought up a lot of property um out of state. So we do see things are happening, but I've never heard of anybody in my family having a life insurance policy, leaving a generation wealth, and somebody actually doing that. So I want to be the one to do that. I want to be the one to talk about it. I want my family to start that as well. So I encourage you all to be that as well. I love you too, daughter. I love y'all with the love of Christ. And don't forget to continue to mind your kingdom business. If y'all need to reach me, again, sdorch.com, and one of our agents will reach out to you, and we can get you started on securing a future for your next generation. All right. I love y'all. Have a blessed day.